Dear friends, now let me tell you the sad story of how the inspection vehicles allotted to the divisional heads, that is superintendents and senior superintendents, etc., including the DPS, PMD, CPMD and secretary. So how they are under misuse continually. It's an interesting story. Basically, inspection vehicles are provided for performing the official duties, but in practice we see that the driver every day goes to the residence of the officer, picks him to the office, and then in the evening he drops. So many a times it so happens that the officer uses the vehicle to have lunch at his residence. So for this also he need be picked from office to residence and residence to office. Holidays means trips, cinema, parties, vegetable purchase, marketing, malls, etc. That's how the inspection vehicles are being used every day. Now I will tell you how this irregularity is a crime which is lively, continuous. Before getting into the legal aspects, let us know the department. Here we have more than 500 divisions all over India, including both postal and RMS. In the 23 circles, Postal Directorate is one more giant at New Delhi. Apart from the above divisions, we see 5 postal training centers, many mail motor service units, postal stores depot, CSD, postal accounts, postal staff college, etc. These divisions are mainly headed by the promotees in the name of superintendents, senior superintendents, managers, etc. More than 500 in number. If the IPS officers also included, this figure is more than 1000. That's how every day regularly 1000 vehicles are under misuse in postal department. The cost per kilometer in respect of these vehicles is almost around 30 rupees. So let us assume on average every officer using 10 kilometers per day for pick-up and drop at his residence and vice versa. So 10 kilometer of misuse per day and 30 rupees per kilometer the cost and 25 working days per month means not less than some 50 crore rupees of loss every year for the department. This is an alarming figure. Whenever there is a fraud of some 10,000 or so, you can see the divisional heads, etc. They issue charge sheets, make investigations, ultimately to remove or dismiss the officials like GDS, MTS, PA, etc. So they show by this act that they are very disciplined ones, and this aspect sends signals to the society about the postal department as if it is a department of Harishchandra. In fact, it is not. Although alarming signals to other employees of DOP. So, rupees 10,000 per month, so as transport allowance is being paid by the department as a salary segment to these officers, and the transport allowance is provided to the officials to commute between office and residence to office. In spite of getting this transport allowance of monthly 10,000 rupees plus, these officers misuse the inspection vehicles for pick-up and drop and residence, including vice versa. So my experience says, except few, almost all are misusing these inspection vehicles, which is a crime. If the rule of law is imposed, not less than 99% of the officers either to get Rule 14 charge sheets to end up in their dismissals, including if Section 409 of IPC is invoked, these people go behind bars. So there is criminal breach of trust by these public servants. As per staff car rules 2 and 3, the divisional head is the controlling officer and he is supposed to keep up the vehicle and to see there is no any misuse. In fact, in actual, he himself is misusing the vehicle. There are many Government of India instructions below these rules about how to reduce expenditure and how to show the fiscal prudence, etc. So I will read a few lines for you from the staff car rules. The rule 2 says so. The controlling officer will be responsible for the proper use, care and maintenance of the car and for regulating its journeys generally in accordance with these rules. Rule 3 says, he shall maintain a logbook in Form S263 which is provided in the Annexure 1. The Government of India decisions below these rules say as follows. Rules to be enforced rigorously so that there is no misuse of staff car. It is the responsibility of the controlling officer to ensure effective supervision over these cars. He should see that the logbook is maintained in the prescribed form. Whenever there is some misuse, he should bring it to the notice of his superior, and there need be monthly scrutiny on these logbooks. Later, economy in government expenditure, curtailment of consumption of petrol, etc. The drawing and dispersing officer as per Rule 3A should record the following certificates and the contingent bills in support of the expenditures. Rule 6 says the controlling officer will be personally responsible for the proper and prompt recovery of all the charges recoverable for the use of staff cars. They credit to government under miscellaneous receipts of the department. The Chapter 2 starts from Rule 8 which says the cars may be engaged on bona fide official duty within headquarters. The Rule 9, staff cars should not be used for official journeys outside headquarters for which TA is admissible except on the written sanction of the Secretary. Chapter 3 speaks of touring officers using the inspection vehicles and paying for the same, if at all, if it is in their personal capacity. Chapter 4 speaks of use of staff cars for non-duty purposes. Here, what the rate, what about the detention charges, how the OTA of the driver is to be given back. So, these things are discussed. Rule 23B says staff cars should not be allowed to be used by officers on leave. So altogether, so to say, there are many rules under the staff car rules which prevent misuse of inspection vehicles, and there is a great responsibility on the controlling officer to see there is no any misuse of a vehicle. However, surprisingly, he himself is continuing the misuse, and the DPS, PMG, etc., they are also observing these things during their inspections. The internal and external audits, they also know about these things. But there is no objection, there is no recovery, there is no charge sheeting, nothing doing. Everything is moving in the normal fashion. So, what these officers are doing all these years is in violation of many provisions of staff car rules. The logbooks are not maintained as per the prescribed form. So, to conceal the information on continued misuse, no signatures are provided for using and no details of trips. There is no periodical scrutiny or audit on these logbooks. DPS and PMG has already told they avoid inspecting for these logbooks. Even if they inspect logbooks, they don't raise any objection. So there is continuity in the misuse of vehicle. In fact, these officers are getting transport allowance every month. It is not less than 10,000 rupees per month as one of the segments of their salary. So you please don't misunderstand this with other TA, which is not transport allowance, and that which is travelling allowance. In fact, the travelling allowance is provided whenever the officials move for duty, and it's a different one. So, whatever the transport allowance is provided to officials as a segment in monthly salary is to move from office to residence and residence to office. So, occasionally, official trips are being used in respect of these inspection vehicles, and official whomsoever uses these vehicles, he is supposed to pay for it. Thus, the heads are not only get more than 10,000 rupees monthly as transport allowance, but also use the inspection vehicles for pick up and drop, and this is in violation of staff car rules. Chapter 4 entrusts to the division head the duties of maintaining the vehicle, taking care of the vehicle, and avoiding the misuse of the vehicle. Surprisingly, he himself is a misuser and there is no punitive actions against him. Thus, there is a loss of nearly more than a lakh per officer per year. With respect to the misuse of the vehicle. If all the divisional heads and the IPS officers are joined together, there is a figure of more than 1,000. Thus, 1,000 officials multiplied by the transport allowance of more than 10,000 per month for 12 months, it is around 50 crores per year. So, for the postal department, which is understood as the department of Harishchandra, and these officers are the clan of Harishchandras, there is a loss of 50 crores per year. I leave it to your imagination what may be happening in all the other departments and corporations, boards, banks, public sector units, etc. under Government of India, including state government departments. The loss will be thousands of crores at the cost of income taxpayer. This is a crime and this must be stopped. Trade unions are silent, audit is silent, administrative inspections are silent, the robbery is continuous, there is no check. This must be stopped. This is more dangerous than the corona which I see. Before ending, I read section 409 for you. Thank you. Criminal breach of trust by public servant. Whoever being in any manner entrusted with the property, with any dominion over property in his capacity of a public servant, commits criminal breach of trust in respect of that property shall be punished with imprisonment for life or with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. Apart from this section, section 420, section 34, etc. can be added under IPC. Thank you.